Hello. All right, let me get this thing going. I am making, I tried to have a better hair day today, but apparently that's just not in the cards all the time for me. I'm a little piece. My bangs. It's a well. It's okay. Let me get situated as my car warms up. Where is my head at? I cannot believe I almost forgot. I can't believe I almost forgot my styles. I kind of need those. So, got a couple hours of driving today. So yeah, quite a few years ago, I diagnosed myself with anxiety and OCD, and my doctor agreed. So it's really hard for me to leave my home. Not in the way of like agoraphobia where I can't leave the house, but in the way of I have to check everything like 5 million times. How's this gonna have me go? So, yeah. It's a process just to leave my home most times. I worry about everything, my cats, my home. And it's not even just when I leave, like when I go to bed, when I do all kinds of things. So whatever lucky man ends up with me next has that to look forward to. I will admit, I am a lot to take on. I am a handful, but I'm not unreasonable and I'm not insane. I'm very loving. I would say my positives outweigh my negatives. And if anybody acts like they don't have any negatives, they're lying. They're lying to themselves and anybody else. So yeah. I'll put my negatives right on display so there's no surprises. No surprises. Not many people can say they do that. Not many people even recognize their issues. I mean, I can't say not many people. Some people don't. I'm trying to act like I figured it all out, nobody else has. But I have figured out quite a bit. And there's still some stuff that I figured out and I'm still stupid to it. Still don't do anything to help myself out. So yeah, how long do we got? 51-minute ride until I am to my location. This person with a beat up car, if they can hear me, has all these stickers on their friggin' car, and like they don't even have a tail light. Apparently they hit it. But anyways, they've got stickers like blockhead, sucka, nitwit, idiot, chill out, moron. These are all little individual stickers. Oh, what else? I can't see. Baby on board. They do have a little American flag on there. Oh, can't see. Oh, they drive so stupid too. Oh my gosh, why? Okay, I can't read that. I can't stay behind them to read the rest of them. Oh my gosh, their car is beat up all around. Side. Oh my gosh, the front even. Oh my gosh, and they're like a whole bunch of hillbillies in there. It looks like. It's like, obviously they don't know what those stickers on their car means. I shouldn't hate on people like that, but society. Oh, let the passing on the right commence. Come on, get out of my way. I try to give them a chance before I instantly go to pass them on the right. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, you're in the wrong lane, dude. Get one up. There's two of them, but one got out of the way. Had to get off my cruise. Come on, get over. Yeah, get over. There you go. Oh no, let him over. Oh my gosh. There he goes. Oh, and then the freaking Jeep that tried passing me on. Oh my gosh, here we go. I don't even know. I don't know what that was about. Okay, okay. What are they doing? Oh, he's working. All right, get over now. I talk to these people like they can hear me. Oh, dude, you did not need to get over for him. He just got off. And there's plenty. No, come on. Oh, they can feel my energy though. Shooting it at him. I do want to talk about something. Okay. I was inspired. It's no secret. I say that a lot. It's no secret. There's not a lot of secrets of mine that I wouldn't be willing to admit to and discuss. But it's obvious that I obviously am going through changes and life lessons and some struggles. But I do not want to fail at expressing all the blessings that have come from anything I've went through, from childhood and beyond. I think that helps me cope a lot better with things that I'm currently going through, and being able to face things that may come at me in the future. Nope, I gotta get off my cruise. I've been doing a lot of, not research, but kind of not self-help. It's just, there's really no way to label anybody's spiritual growth into one category of learning or experiencing or anything like that. Kind of goes in tandem. But I found it really important to and it wasn't just on my own doing, it was revelation that was put on me, and also found out sometimes the hard way, but to be appreciative of even what's negative, seemingly bad. Honestly, I've learned you can't have some darkness without the light. I mean, the light without some darkness. It's just the world we live in. It is the way it is designed by our Heavenly Father. We're supposed to experience the tests of the darkness. We're supposed to go through some of it. Jesus himself went into the wilderness and was tempted. Obviously, he didn't give in to any of those temptations, but it's expected that, yeah, we're going to fall into some of them. And one of the things that I've struggled with the most since I was a kid, and I didn't even see it so much until I really started thinking about it as an adult just recently, is that sometimes I would be a little too on the negative side and bummed out and only point out the negative in other people and other things around me. And the main point of this little blurb is to appreciate and give thanks. It is kind of like a new age theory. I remember when I was younger, before I knew anything about the spiritual war that we're in, I remember Oprah would, I was like 10, 12, whatever. It was when I journaled a lot. Oprah had discussed about having a gratitude journal. And now I see it's all in line with the New Age theory of manifestation, and not even the theory, but the physics of laws of attraction, which are so true. But you're not going to attract anything that is not meant for you, regardless. God is not going to give you something that he does not want you to have. You can't law of attract $1 billion if God does not want you to be a billionaire. It's just not going to happen. So I do believe in manifestation, and I do believe in the law of attraction, but I also don't think it's what a lot of people are fooled to think it is, by thinking you're just going to get whatever you want. There is still a cosmic balance and order to everything. We're not given what we don't not just earn, but also isn't written for us in the book. It's just not going to happen. And sometimes it's hard for me to realize that sometimes these hard things are meant for me, and what God has wanted me to experience or go through. A test, if you will, I guess. And that's where it becomes easier for me to appreciate it. And that's what this whole little spiel is about. This moment is about appreciation. Not just appreciation, but acknowledging why you should appreciate it. Because once you acknowledge it, it becomes so much easier to forgive, appreciate, move on, learn, grow, evolve. And that's kind of what I'm just trying to do, is just to be my best person. And I've found that finding the good in all the bad that I felt people have put on me, that I put on myself. Sure, we have the free will to not learn our lessons and not get the good out of these things, and we definitely have the choice to wallow in sorrow, in pain. But by the laws of physics, that's just stupid, because you're gonna continue to get that. It's just stupid. I mean, and if you want to be stupid, you have the free will to do that too. And when I say you, I mean me, everybody. We're all, we're all in the same boat together when it comes to the big picture. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm like, you need to get your stuff straight, because this is just me getting my stuff straight and just sharing what I found to be true. Not just my truth, but universally. And positivity isn't just only important, it's key. And when you can turn a negative and still embrace the negative for what it was, and then make it into a positive by being thankful for what you did get out of it, that means you're going to be turning some keys. I'm still working on turning a few, but letting go. I feel like it affects everything. My body and my mind and my spirit. I can see the toxicity in holding on to resentment. I could see it in my own face even. It really goes down. I saw it in my health readings. I check my blood pressure, things like that. And the more upset I am with Justin, or anybody, but mainly I speak on Justin a lot because I hold him accountable for having my well-being in his care. It should be in his care. And I only hold it to Justin because he's the only one I married. Nobody else needs to worry about my well-being or safety, or mean, they can if they want to, but it's not their obligation. So it's never me trying to down Justin and be like, oh, he's a bad person. He is who he is. And the disappointment far outweighs the anger when it comes to him. Because I've honestly learned more lessons from him than I have from anybody else. Even just the years of growing through my family and with family. And there's a lot of lessons that can come from everywhere, but I learned that when it comes to spouses, it's a whole nother ball game. It's a whole nother level. So I do appreciate the pain I went through with him, and still am going through. It's a lot less. I'm able to cope with it a lot better. Nothing that he's done to make it easier. I had to find these things out on my own. But I am appreciating him letting me go, because it's not that he's left me and abandoned me so much. He pretty much set me free. He doesn't, I don't think, even understand that. Even though I did thank him, but I did say I appreciate it, but not how he did it. I've been one-sided texting him for the past couple days after he's displayed that he hasn't learned a few key points that aren't my truth, but are just the truth of human nature and respect and honor. So yeah, I can't control him. I can't make him appreciate anything that I've done for him, even through the negative things that he wants to feel attacked for. I do wish he would see the love that is at the root of those things, and appreciate that somebody cared about him enough to tell him about these things. And it was never really anything so much about him, it was how they affected me. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thank God for the chance to, and I'm talking to myself again, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. But what my mom used to always say is, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So yeah, I appreciate all the BS, because without it, I wouldn't see. I would be in a delusional bubble in certain areas. Plus, it caused me to go within more and to look at myself and what I could actually control, which is myself. I can't control anybody else. I need to get my nails evened out. Some of them are too long. Anyways, not the point. Be thankful. Thank God for the chance to even wake up, to make the day the best for His will, not yours. One thing I learned from my aunt before I even understood why it was important to do, as a kid. Oh, I gotta see where I'm going. One thing I learned from my aunt, Letitia, is she would wake us up every day. Sometimes she'd be singing, "Rise and shine, give God the glory, glory, glory." Her kids were kind of probably pretty annoyed by it. I wasn't a huge fan of it. It's because I was a lazy bum. I didn't want to be waking up. apparently my brother EJ, he liked it. And it's understandably so, is because from the home we would come from, that we came from, you didn't get that type of positivity, especially upon waking up. And he also had different struggles than I did, especially at that age. I adjusted and dealt with things differently. I just kind of had more of a natural upbeat stance on things anyways. So yeah, he appreciated the rise and shine. Give God the glory, glory. So then following that, once we're up, she would remind us to thank God for the day. So we would just thank you God for today. You know, our kids right along, my cousins right along with us. And I just did it out of habit and following her instruction to do so. But as an adult now, I find myself doing it. I don't wake myself up saying rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. But I do in my mind. When I wake up, I give God the glory. Whether it's a shiny day or not. So it's being appreciative for the breath, for the life, for the days, for the rain, for the clouds, for the shit, for the for the good and the bad. Appreciate it all, because there's a lot of people who don't get a full lifetime to experience these things. I mean, think about the aborted babies that never even get to see the day of light. All right, I'm going off into another area. So thankful, be thankful, appreciation. One of the many keys that will pass you through to higher levels. All right, let me go back to okay, why are there government issued street signs that explain where Eastern Star Home is at? The truth seeker in me knows why, but I'm not gonna get into that on here. It's kind of ridiculous in my mind. Anyways, Eastern Star Home's back there. All right, my turn's coming up. It's a pretty pond. Oi. That turn, I was going pretty fast. My stuff flew off the seat. My bad. It's okay. No harm, no foul. Going from 65 to a turn is not always a good idea. I maybe should have saw it coming a little sooner.
Turn left.
Turn left? Where? That's not a street. That's not a street. What the hell? They want me to turn. Looks like an alley. I'm gonna turn here instead. Oh, this is a small town.
Turn left. Turn left.
Turn left and then turn left. I guess that was a street. It was like an alley. It's tiny.
Turn left.
All right.
Turn right.
Calm down. I'm turning freaking left. Oh, it's that place? Must be.
Turn right.
Yeah, I bet it is. Straight up alley.
Your destination.
Straight up alley. All right. Yeah, that's where I'm going. Okay. All right. I'm going to a facility, so that's why I'm like a little surprised of what I'm coming into. Well, that went well. one of those appointments that makes me reflect on life. I'm at a nursing home to see somebody, and she broke my heart. It's not typically the case when I come to nursing homes. Typically, you know, I mean, it's not uncommon that they don't want to be there necessarily. Speaking on appreciation, not only should I appreciate my youth and my ability to take care of myself, and I should also appreciate my family. This is one of those cases where she wanted me to get her out of there. And that's not super uncommon, but she was pretty upset. And she's like, well, what good are ya? And my job is to make sure that she's being taken care of and to advocate for her. Unfortunately, I do not have the power to put her in or take her out. But she had told me, I asked her, well, what brought you in? And she's not able to take care of herself, even though she thinks she is, but she's not. She couldn't even answer some questions that I was asking her. Things that a sound mind would know. Still, I feel for her pain, but she, this is where I come in appreciation on family and stuff, because as crappy as my family had been to me, I know this would never probably be the case as long as there's somebody that can care for me living still, especially if I had children. And in no way do I say it's mean to put a family member in a nursing home. If you can't care for them, you can't care for them. But she explained to me that they had lied to her. They told her that she was coming in there to visit somebody. And they left her. And from the sounds of it, they don't visit her very often, if at all. So I can see why she was mad at me. And what good are you? She said. I wish I could help her. I wish I could bring her into my own home. I mean, obviously I don't wish that so much, but I wish that she was taken care of. I mean, she is being taken care of by this facility. No knock at the facility whatsoever. It's a nice facility. Her room is nice. Smelled clean. Just heartbreaking. And I mean, maybe that wasn't even how it went down. I mean, she's not the soundest of mind, but I believe her when she says that. I don't think she would just make up they told me I was coming to see somebody and then they left me. Poor thing. So yeah. Like I said too, it's not so much the fact that they put her in a nursing home. That's understandable. A lot of people cannot quit their jobs and take on somebody else's life. I am all for nursing homes, but it really should be a respect factor of, why is this not telling me where to go? There should really be a respect factor with the person that is being put into them, and to not only try to give them the option of where they are going to stay, but also tell them what's up. Tell them. It's just, as hard as it may be, you tell them. Because whether it's easier to just trick them or not, it's wrong. And what's wrong may seem easier. It's not. I'll come back for you. I don't even know. I mean, obviously I'm not violating any HIPAA laws or anything. Unless two squirrels are playing. When I talk about these things, because there's no way I'm going to give anybody's information out. There's no way I'm gonna specifically give a name or anything like that. It's just these things that I try to learn from everything, and I try to empathize and apply everything to my own being. And if it's something that I feel like I can get value out of, I'm gonna share that, because maybe somebody else can get some value out of it. Maybe somebody else needs to hear it. So that's what I do. How's I do with it? So yeah, 22 minutes till my next location, so they're not too far apart, obviously. Here comes that road where I drifted around the corner. I'm a drifter. I'm a drifter. So anyways, I going to see somebody I've seen before, so this isn't a new case for me. I actually like this lady. She's a little rough. Not rough, but like she's gruff, I guess. She's a little tough. And when I've had any of my tough cases, by tough I mean they're like hard people. They're like, they don't take crap. They're not soft and fluffy. They're good people. So I haven't had anybody where I'm like, that's just a nasty person. And even when I have had grumpy people, they're usually pretty much well within their rights. They put up with enough crap. I don't blame them. But she was a little rougher in the beginning, and she's nice now. She calls me honey now. My toughest case, she avoided me before I even met her. She was so upset when I told her, I gotta come back and visit you in a few months just to peek in. And she's like, what do you mean by peek? She was hard, man. She's hardcore. She was hardcore when I even called her, but she remembered who I was and what I was doing. So my hardest people, those are the people though, they will send the telemarketers and scammers fleeing. They don't put up with people's crap, and I appreciate that. I want our elders, especially the targeted communities, our seniors and disabled folks are the ones that are targeted by scammers and fraud and abuse. So I love when I see the hard ones. But anyways, that one, by the time I was done meeting with her, which she was only going to allow me like 15 minutes when I needed like 45, by the time she warmed up to me, I was there for over an hour, and she was telling me, oh my goodness, what's this bird? Why are you doing that? And she was telling me I could come back anytime, even if it's not for work. And she gave me a hug. Oh my gosh. So like grain truck or something just like dumped shit on me. That I can come back anytime, and that she gave me a hug before I left. So when I called her back to reschedule, not reschedule, but there's another truck, to set another appointment, she was tough when she answered, and she was like, oh, okay. And then she's like, works with me now. I don't know if she's looking forward to seeing me, but she has no problem with seeing me coming by. I was like, I won't take much of your time. So it's funny. I've always had that ability in my previous job, similar to this too. The grumpy old men. They were hard, and they were harder than the women sometimes, but they usually came around too. They wouldn't necessarily be so warm and fuzzy. I had one turn around and start hitting on me. I'm like, oh no, you don't, Grandpa. But no, I tried to warm the hardest of hearts, and that's not even to like feel good about myself. That's to be a good person. And as a person, I feel it's our responsibility and duty to take care of one another. Not physically necessarily, but emotionally. Be good to each other. Treat people how we want to be treated. Love. Show somebody a little bit of love and you see. And even if they still don't soften up, then, you know, don't take their crap necessarily, but don't give them extra. You know, everybody's in their own little existence. And some people, it's hard for some people to consider that they're not alone in this world, and how they impact others with just their mood even. But it's nothing detrimental. I can handle somebody being cranky and mean, you know. It doesn't break me, my spirit or anything. It's sad maybe, but I understand it. It's one of those things that goes along with forgiving, unconditionally forgiving and loving. You have to have compassion for these people that are hard on other people or hurtful to other people, because obviously they're hurting. Hurt people hurt other people. They don't even know it necessarily. So have compassion and understanding for their hurt, for them to be able to hurt you, you know? That's universal. I don't care what anybody says. That's why, I mean, I don't find it hard to forgive people. I really don't. And I've even said it to some family, you know, I forgive you for things you haven't even done to me yet. I understand. And, you know, I do hope, and I do sometimes ask for forgiveness for the things I do, because I have been hurt in my life, and that has bled onto other people outside of myself. I'm sure a lot of the hurt I put on Justin was because of my scars and wounds that I never healed properly. And that's been my focus lately, is healing the deep wounds that go from childhood and all the way through. That involves forgiveness, appreciation. It's all tied in together. I'm not saying anything that's like unheard of, or anything even that can be argued. Yeah, I still get disputes coming at me quite often. Oh, my eyes watering. Not so much lately, because a lot of ties have been cut. Because there comes to a point, and I haven't necessarily cut any of those ties, but there comes a point where people can't see the good in me, and I think that has a lot to do with what's in them, and I have understanding and compassion for that too. I'm not pushing myself on anybody. And I'm not even gonna act like I'm innocent in anything, because nobody is, you know. I actively try not to harm anybody. I do try to consider other people and what I say, by what I say and do. But I'm not perfect. Sometimes I break. Sometimes my words can cut. I don't usually pull out lies or, you know, things just to hurt people, but I get pushed to a point. And I shouldn't even say usually. I don't ever. If I'm lying, it's like very unintentional. It's something I did not know. It's part of integrity, is to be honest and caring. But yeah, I don't know how I got to this point, this topic. I'm just thinking out loud. Learning every day. What do they say? You learn something new every day. It's true. That's why the present is a gift. The present is a gift of experience and knowledge and opportunity. Even if it's wrapped in a shitty bow. shitty bow. crappy paper. There's still a gift in there.
Yeah. I just wanna be a millionaire and have a good time. I ain't worried about shit, let's have a good night. No stress on my mind, tryna get right. I just wanna feel nice, I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna be a millionaire and have a good time. I ain't worried about shit, let's have a good night. No stress on my mind, tryna get right. I just wanna feel nice, I just wanna feel alive. I want the money and the fame and I'ma get that too. If I believe it, then I mean it, I'ma see that through. I need the money for the bills, for the thrills, for the family. For my homies that have never let they man down. I just wanna show love to the ones that I trust with my life. All my life there's only been a few good people that I let get close. If I had $1 million, we'd be doing the most tonight.
Should we jam?
I just wanna live my life, my life. I just wanna feel alive right now. I just wanna live my life, live my life. I just wanna feel alive right now. I said I just wanna be a millionaire and have a
Do people
good
still
time.
raise the roof?
I ain't worried about shit, let's have a good night. No
I don't care what
stress
people
on my
do,
mind,
I do what I want.
I just wanna feel nice, I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna be a millionaire and have a good time. I ain't worried about shit, let's have a good night. No stress on my mind, tryna get right. I just wanna feel nice, I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna feel alive, give me all that change you got. Money can't buy happiness, but I know it can help a lot. I know it could probably stop all the problems that we have. Stressing about the payments that I overdo again. I be telling all my friends, we gon' get there soon. Yeah, parties every night, we ain't got nothing to do. It's just me and my crew, trying to get to the view that I've seen. And my dreams are going straight to the moon. Because I just wanna live my life, my life. I just wanna feel alive right now. I just wanna live my life, live my life. I just wanna feel alive right now. I said
Taking pictures.
be a millionaire and have a good time.
Coming up on a stop sign. I better slow down. I go from fast to stop. Maybe I'm not as good of a driver as I thought I was.
Have a good time. I ain't worried about shit, let's have a good night. No stress on my mind, tryna get right. I just wanna feel nice, I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna be a millionaire and have a good time. I ain't worried about shit, let's have a good night. No stress on my mind,
filling
tryna
out.
get right. I just wanna feel nice, I just wanna feel alive. I just wanna live my life. I just wanna feel alive right now. I just wanna live my life. I just
Oh, this is one of those back roads. This is one of those back roads that got no lines and it's gravel. Gunning it. I'm trouble. Oh, no bird, move! Oh, that's like traumatizing if I hit an animal. I haven't done it much in my driving experience, but I can't even stand when somebody else is driving and it happens. It's heartbreaking. So unnecessary. I wish this thing would stay put. It jiggles around. My back still hurts. I thought it was gone, but I've angered it here and there, apparently. It's okay. I'll upset it. I thought I was recording. I'm sitting here talking to myself. I mean, I'm still like talking to myself even when I'm like talking in the camera, but eventually somebody might hear it. So yeah, I didn't really say much, I guess. I was just saying I was done with that last appointment. We got an hour drive home, and like once again I need to use the restroom, and I'm hungry, but this is such a tiny town that I got a Casey's. Maybe I should just use the bathroom here. No, I'll make it home first. Man, I'm half tempted. Yeah, I think I'm gonna turn around. I need to go to the bathroom. Just put lotion on my hands. I'm gonna have to put more on there. I have been on this strip before. See, I go to all these like different towns and stuff, and I don't stop at all of them. And sometimes I don't recognize I've even been through them until like I actually come to them, because I've seen this Ho Dick. It's called H-O Dick transfer. Ho Dick. I just can't. I cannot take myself. I can't take anything seriously. I'm a child. I'm such a child. But that's Gemini like. We don't really grow up. Hopefully I'll be okay. And since I'm going in here, I'm gonna buy something. I have an apple, but I don't like to use bathrooms in public, like at gas stations, unless I make a purchase just out of, I don't know, appreciation, I guess. All right. Okay. All right. So I am rejuvenated, ready to hit the road now. It's funny because no wonder why there was nowhere to park in this tiny little town. Apparently this is like the kick-it spot. Casey's General Store. I go in there and there's like people everywhere. And then I go straight to the bathroom. And when I come out of the bathroom, a lot of the people had cleared. Most of the people were just buying, but there's still like a group of 3 or 4 men chilling by the window, just looking out. I was getting nervous coming into like these small town like stops because obviously I'm not from here, and they know when somebody's not from around there. The cashier guy was really, really sweet. Here I go with my hoochie mama ways. He was nice. When I first walked in, he's like, howdy. I had to do double take. I'm like, oh, no, you didn't, you tall little cutie thing, you. He was young though, I think. I went straight to the bathroom, and then when I come out, I did some buying, some purchasing, stuff I don't need, but some snacks to get me through till dinner time. And so I go to the cashier. This cashier man, the Casey's guys, they're my boys. They're my boys, man. They he rang me out, and he was very nice. Very nice. I got him tongue-tied though, because I'm so beautiful, and he's never seen anything quite like this. Yeah. I'm not big-headed. I'm just confident. No. I know I'm different. I was gonna say I'm an oxymoron, but no, I'm not an oxymoron. I'm an abnormality. BBW with lots of goodness. Anyways, yeah, I'm running around like vibing all the boys. Watch me end up with like some 20-year-old. Whoever God sends my way is what I'll go with, but preferably it'll be somebody maybe a little older than me. I mean, if God sends me an old man, I'll take him. If he sends me a young man, I'll take him. We'll see who he sends me. I don't think he'll jack me up too bad. I think God wants me to be happy, and we'll keep my meant to be, my rib mate, within what I do find attractive and appealing. So we'll see. Not saying like a younger guy or old guy is not appealing. So apparently on the street we have to wait for the garbage truck to finish loading. Yes, note. No, it's all. I'll block out his license plate. Not that it really matters. Trump. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Are we going to wait for him to go to like everybody's house? It is a dotted line, folks. We can definitely like, yeah, cross it. Okay, whatever. I can't stand small town sometimes. I've snacked enough. I can put my recording back on because I kind of have some more to talk about. Still have 49 minutes to go. My Waze told me that there's slow traffic at this area. That's funny. Waze, that's like my favorite like transportation app. My friend Rachel told me about it years ago, and I used it while I was commuting an hour and a half each way for work, and it is amazeballs. It will tell you like if there's roadkill, potholes, police, cars pulled over, any obstructions, any construction, any slow traffic, alternate routes. It's user updated, so like when you see something you can report it. It's nice. It's usually pretty accurate too. Maybe I'm not done snacking. These chocolate covered peanuts are like, oh my gosh. All right. He's dumping more trash. Oh my goodness. Why don't these people go around him? Or her. May not be man. Some people turn off and stuff. It's like, why aren't you maneuvering this properly? Please turn, because I still got 4 miles until he's not. Small town stuff, man. I've got to say this, and it's funny that I'm waiting till now to say it. Like 3 videos in of my driving videos, but hundreds of videos in on my YouTube. I don't even know if hundreds. I don't know how many videos I have up. A lot. Tens of videos. A lot of them I put to private though too. And that's being so, a lot had to do with my new job. I didn't want to offend anybody with my views, which I don't think are offensive whatsoever, but I'm just trying to play it safe in that way. But even my makeup videos and anything superficial, and doing this even, it's really hard to do. And people might think that I enjoy it to the point where it's like, look at me. It's not easy to be vulnerable. It's not easy to expose yourself, especially when you do lack self-confidence, and have had a lot of people call you crazy and knock you, just period. It doesn't matter what they said, particularly. It's hard to put myself out there. It's like, and sometimes I would have to like hide it. And oh jeez, it just had somebody freaking turn out in front of me. And a lot of times I wanted to quit, and a lot of times I've taken my stuff down and I've thought about it. I'm like, am I making a joke of myself? Should I be embarrassed? I like this song. I'm not done yet. I have to pass somebody though. Roads, damn it. These roads that have freaking oncoming traffic. Oh, he's speeding up. Okay, I've only got 2 miles on this trip. Hopefully the next one will clear out a little bit. Anyways, I'm not gonna pass them. It's hard. It's hard. I have found that I find entertainment in watching myself. I laugh at myself. It's not a narcissistic type of thing. I don't feel like I'm just putting rubbish. I don't feel like it's just crap that I'm putting out there. even if it is me being silly and goofy, there could be some type of value to it. If not for myself, maybe somebody else might see something in it. But now he's going really slow. Damn. Sorry, apparently I can't talk when I'm like deciding on maneuvering. Okay. Now we're all just slowing down and stopping. Oh, I'm getting past. Fake it. He had bigger balls than me. I'm not used to these passing like this. So it's like, I hate doing it, but I will. Where it's just 2 lanes of traffic and the other lane is oncoming. Okay, so I like this one too.
In 1 mile, turn right on US 51 Business.
Anyways, sometimes I don't know why I do it, but I know it's not unhealthy. I know it's not bad for me, and it has brought me out of my shell. It's given me a way to express myself that I personally don't know of anybody that does like I do. Obviously, YouTube is full of people out there expressing themselves similar, or at least on the same platform. I don't do it to try to get viral, or I don't do it to try to even make money. It's really a hobby. If it eventually becomes viral and makes money, it's great, but that's not why I do it. I don't really have an exact explanation to the one reason why I do it. There's not a one reason why I do it. I feel led to do it. I feel like I've got a lot to offer. Whether or not it's getting views, it offers myself something.
Turn right on US
Okay, I can
51
fit.
Business.
All right, sure. If they can go, I should be able to go. I'm so dramatic. It's not even that intense. I just did a basic turn. Yeah, 45.
Turn right to US 51 Road, Springfield.
Oh, good. We're gonna be on the highway soon. The actual highway. Not these little two-way things. Two-way, one streets. So yeah, I just wanted to express that a little bit. Express why I express myself. Can't really give a reason for it. It's just what I want to do, and it's not hurting anybody. But yeah, there's a lot of times where I sit there and I think, and I've even asked other people, do I look stupid? Am I stupid? But of course, the only people I get to ask are the people that, well, no, I don't know. I've asked Justin. He would lie to me, I think. I don't think he would tell me if he really thought I looked stupid. But then again, I don't think he really even has an opinion. In a lot of the videos, he doesn't even watch. Like, he doesn't watch my stuff. But my big brother, he catches some of my stuff. And in his eyes, even though he like fights with me and stuff, I'm his baby sister. He would never say anything to try to hurt me. Like he's like, he hates to see me hurt physically or any type of, you know, he's very empathetic as well, and he will he feels my pain. So he wouldn't, I don't think he would tell me. But then again, I think he encouraged me. He encouraged me to continue like the makeup videos, even though he was like, maybe lay off of the heavy stuff, like not makeup wise, but like views and beliefs and stuff like that. Because a lot of my family doesn't support the way I have developed with my using the stages, using the social media as a stage type of thing. But I don't expect anybody to understand, because I don't even fully understand it. It's just, as long as I'm not hurting anyone, it should not be a problem. So yeah, don't think I'm big-headed and big-headed and cocky and just so into myself. I'm brave is what it is, because I do still have a lot that I'm still trying to work through. And I don't think I'm ever going to get to the point where I'm fully happy with myself physically. But I am fully accepting of everybody's this way, and everybody's perfectly imperfect. So I accept it. May not be happy about it, may not make me feel good, and I don't think anybody should hold somebody's lack of confidence against them. I get it, it's not attractive. But then again, on the other spectrum, it's not attractive to be too cocky. I'm trying to find a medium, but I'm also just trying to have fun, smile, and not forget necessarily, but not hold self-image and self-doubt so high that it will keep me quiet, keep me down, keep me dim. And that's kind of what I feel like just a lot of people that have come against me, not even knowing, not even understanding the spiritual aspects to everything, the energetic aspects, they don't understand that just by them trying to tell me about myself, even if it is coming from a good place, it's from whatever, it's still, it's a way to dim my light, and that's not fair, and they shouldn't try to do that. And if they're not aware of it, they really need to think, like, what is triggering them so much to say anything to me? I haven't done anything to anybody. I've stood up for myself, I have stood my ground, and I've expressed myself. It shouldn't offend anybody. Everybody is just as entitled to do it too, and I would not have a word to say about it. I actually would love it. It would make me feel a little bit better and not so weird. I know it's not a bad thing, but yeah. And if anybody thinks something about me, if they think I think some certain way about myself, or I think I'm better than, or whatever, ask me. I'll explain to you how I'm not and how I don't. Or if it is something that is the case, then yeah, I'll own up to it. But I'm facing my own demons here. This is one of the ways I do it. Take it or leave it. This is a bumpy road. We didn't do too much dancing today. Maybe I should get into some smooth moves before. There's a peanut stuck on it. I should get into some smooth moves before I'm done recording for today. I scratched in my head, and then my hand bumped from, it was like pressed in the, oh no, fuck. Caught it this time. This was my exit. Basically, the wall of the car pushed my finger into my scalp with a fingernail attached. Stab myself. I can't just explain anything simply. So yeah, I like to talk a lot, and I don't think anybody really wants to sit and listen to everything I gotta say, so they can tune in or they can tune out. So that's what happens. Released. And it's kind of funny because I had a lot of people tell me, well, just come to me. Why didn't you say anything? My aunt actually understood. She's like, I know it's not in your nature. You're not going to come to me, whatever. She's cool with it. But she told me I could always come by. And I'm like, I don't know why I don't. But, you know, it does go along with I don't want to bother people. But it's also like, if people really wanted me to come to them, and they clearly could see that I was going through hard times, then people wouldn't get mad at me for not coming to them and talking in private. They wouldn't get mad at me for airing my dirty laundry. They would accept what I've done to myself, not harming anybody else. Sure may have hurt Justin's ego, but you know, these are the things he's given me to work with, so I can't help that. That's what I was expressing. I wasn't making anything up. I wasn't making up my feelings. I wasn't trying to play victim. So yeah, I don't feel like I can go to anybody and talk because a lot of people have turned their backs on me. A lot of people have talked shit and then told me I could talk to them. It's like, why would I want to talk to you? Just talk all this crap about me. I shouldn't have had to explain shit to anybody. Even though I still appreciate them saying that, it's just because I can doesn't mean I want to talk to individual people. And it's funny because the people I really do feel comfortable expressing these things to, they've got their own lives and families and stresses, and it saddens them when I'm sad, you know, or the people they love are sad or arguing or fighting, or just they don't want that. They don't want to think about it. So why would I bring that to them, you know? I don't know. That was a rhetorical question. I know why I don't bring it to them. I'll put it out there for the world to see, and if they want to try to make me feel better, which I don't need anybody to talk to feel better. Yeah, I do process things through other people sometimes, and sometimes the conversation's great. But a lot of times people want to give you advice, and when all I want is just, you know, a shoulder to lean on, you know, I don't need advice. I'll figure things out. And if I do need advice, I will seek it. But a lot of people don't understand that there's a difference. I had to learn that the hard way. A good friend of mine, very connected with, he would, years ago, he was younger than me, a lot younger than me too, and he taught me so much. But he was venting to me quite often, and we both vented to each other. But me and my know-it-all self, I would always try to like tell him, well, you should try to tell him what he should do or how he should think or feel. And he expressed to me, he's like, you know, Jenna, sometimes I don't want any advice. I just want somebody to talk to. And I was like, oh, that was hard for me to hear because it was kind of like I felt shut down. I found myself even saying that to a friend, a good friend, just recently, a couple months ago, because she was giving me good advice, sound advice, stuff that, yeah, I agree with, but it's stuff I've already explored and I already have, you know, I wasn't seeking another way to look at it. I had already looked at it from all the angles. Came up with my auntie the other day. Even with her, she's telling me things right, accurately, correct, good sound advice. And some of it I did need to hear again. But that's the thing, it's like it wasn't much of anything I didn't already know. I mean, the angle may have been something I didn't think about, but I still know. I know. And I even told her I hate to sound like a know-it-all, because that is the thing. It's like, if somebody tells you, if you say that you don't want advice from somebody, it is going to look like, and maybe not everybody would see it that way, but it could look like you're like, I already know it all. And then it's also like, well, if you knew it all, why are you in this situation? So it's like, I get it. I get human interaction. I totally understand it. I went to school for, you know, the brain and how it works, and it's just, and the ego is a big part of psychology and a big part of human interactions and relations, and it drives a lot. So yeah, I get it all. So that's, I think, another reason for not going into what's the word? Sorry, this guy's like past me. He's like cracking up. I feel like, is he laughing at me? Like, you know, it's one of those things. Like, nobody cares. And so what if he is laughing at me? Nobody's like paying attention to me anyways. I'm laughing at him because he's still in the passing lane and he don't need to be. I'm kidding. I did lose my thought though. Yeah. I talked a lot more in this video than I thought I would today. But again, I'm not surprised. Me and myself, me and my mouth. I talks a lot. Maybe someday. See, I don't want to sound like I need a man. I would really like one, and I really want one that can allow me to express myself and to learn from and to give to. Yeah. That was a creepy sound of song. I'm gonna take a break from recording. I think I've said enough. I really should try to keep these videos shorter. Not that it matters, but if anybody does watch them, I'm sure they'll appreciate. I don't know. They'd appreciate these dancing moves. All right, I am in the passing lane, so I should probably not be dancing. I can't help it. Oh man, I'm taking forever to pass this guy, and I'm hot again. That well. So I don't know. I might jump back on. I might not. I don't know. I'm just gonna take a break for now, though. Later, alligator. So I just got back from the post office. I was going to vent a little bit about my experience in there about going postal. Then I get out to my car and I see my father-in-law at the post office too. He, I don't want to talk to him. I haven't seen my in-laws since all this has happened with Justin and I. None of them had been open to me. None of them have talked to me. None of them have reached out to me. Oh, is it? No, I'm driving. So, and that's not a surprise to me. They wouldn't. They're not the type of people to do anything for anybody else or show any kind of kindness. Anyways, I'm not gonna bash them regardless, whatever. So yeah, that was kind of awkward. So I couldn't sit in the parking lot to vent about what I experienced at the post office. So for work, I have to mail my stuff out, and I did doing that. I had quite a bit. I don't know how many exactly, but I go to the post office so I can be reimbursed, so I can get a receipt and all that. We're not allowed to, put our own stamps on it, just so that we could prove that we went through the post office. And usually when I go, they take my stack and they pull out the ones that are over the weight limit for just the regular stamp, and then they just throw stamps on the other one, on the ones that are within the one stamp range. Well, out of like a stack of, I don't know, 15, probably more than that, maybe like 20 envelopes to be sent, this lady, she thought it would be wise, okay, fine to weigh them all, but she thought it would be wise to individually print out a stamp for each one. So instead of getting like the pre-made stamps and just weighing everything to make sure it's not over the limit, which I've even seen some of them like hand weigh them and kind of just, eyeball it. No, this lady, I'm going to show the back side of it regardless. I guess it doesn't really matter. This lady decided to print me out a receipt that is this long that I do have to scan to my boss. And she was like, no, because even when I noticed what she was doing, because I didn't know how much a stamp was, and I saw she was printing them for 55 cents, I asked her, I'm like, how much is a standard stamp? She's like, 55 cents. I'm like, oh, so I'm like, you don't need to print one out for all of these. They usually just put regular stamps on them. And she's like, no. She's like, that way you'll have a receipt of them all. I'm like, lady, come on. She had so many people like waiting in line, and trying to decide which way I want to go. So many people were waiting in line, and am I in like a lane? Oh my goodness. So many people were waiting in line and everything. I'm just like, this is ridiculous. So I started getting a headache while going through with that. And then I also come out to see my in-laws that never really loved me in the first place. So I'm done for today. This is over. This day is over.